Yep, so this is a bunch of new sets again. So this is the slab wall. Here's Nelson doing the slab. It's a warm-up climb, so uh, I don't know, if it's on slab it always feels kind of harder than usual. Especially this move right here where it's a giant span. I think when I tried this one, I didn't smear. I tried to do it splits. And I might have pulled my back, but whatever, man.
Is it a blue tag? I finished it.
So the next thing that's gonna happen is green tag climb, blue holds. Pretty cool. You're gonna have to do a mantle to get across, and a donut is it's kind of weird. Don't know how to explain it,
Okay,
but
nice.
everyone was kind of struggling with the
Very
beta
nice.
early on, and then eventually
Can
we
you
figured out
smear
the
up and
beta.
then toe in the donut?
You just toe in the donut, and then you kind of switch the
Oh,
left
I
hand to
know.
a
It's
mantle
obviously you.
to be able to reach the top.
Fucking shit, dude. Oh! Come on.
So right now you can see that Nelson's left hand is not in
Yeah,
the
that is
correct
scary.
position because he's too far left. His elbow should actually
Oh my
be
goodness.
straight up instead of flaring to the left.
Don't lose it, Nelson.
And Nelson's trying really hard right now because this is flash. And he doesn't want to let it go.
Oh.
To be honest, I don't know why I filmed this, but Joe looks pretty cool, so
That looks pretty good.
gotta get some sense, you know, the bad climbers. Gotta film them.
You're like
So
both
Joel's
together.
gonna send the warm-up climb, and this is gonna be Matt attempting the same climb. So right
Alright,
now,
Dino.
the blue climb
Time to
is
Dino.
really fresh, so there's no chalk on the holds, and it's quite slippery.
Yeah, no. If you want to join, shoot on it with
Yeah, so it's too slippery.
Nice. Flash
Here's Nelson
I need to
trying the
talk
climb
more to
again.
this because last time I didn't talk, it got the background noise and then YouTube blocked my video. So I gotta talk like make some random buzzing noises or something. So
So
autopilot. I know, but that's so much work. I
correct
just wanna like put the compilation
correct
on
beta
and then
is
do it.
smear up, and then put the foot in the hole, and then put weight on your
Yeah,
right.
put more weight on your right foot.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
and then this time you can see it's not as
Wow.
flared out, and he could step up and get the
Yo,
finish.
Joe Plan's doing
Oh, this
a
green tag is on the
slab.
slab.
Green tag
It's
slab.
actually very hard, especially this move right here,
Yo,
which is the swap
fancy
feet.
ballerina cross step. You know? Yeah.
So right
Ballerina
now there's
cross
a
step.
lot of pressure on the right toe, and to do this swap,
Nice.
you kind of like end up stepping on yourself if your feet is a little bit larger.
Very, very nice.
After that move
On.
though, the
You have
climb
to
is
come back all
relatively
the way
easy.
now.
So when I actually
What
try
a
this
beautiful
climb,
set.
you'll see like me having a lot of difficulty doing that swap.
Go across the wall twice. Nice. Come on. Very nice. Is that a flash? Wow.
Yep, it's a flash.
Alright, you gotta get me next.
So when I was doing this climb, I actually didn't read the problems. Like I just got on and then tried to figure it out. So it was actually kind of a waste of energy here. So
Where you going, dude?
I didn't actually see my brother or like pay attention to how he got over. So I did the swap, and then here I actually kind of hurt my back right there. So I did that grunt, and then from here, this is what I was talking about. Like the swap is actually kind of hard. There's a lot of weight on your right toe, and here I'm trying to just kind of like figure out if there's a other way to do it. It kind of dabbed a couple times, but whatever. And then eventually I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to do this move anyways. But because I placed my right foot wrong, I don't have enough space without stepping on my toe, and I have Fury Airs. So when I step on my own shoe, it actually pulls the rubber out. So it was pretty hard for me.
That's like the hardest move. Everything else is easy.
Yep, Joel's correct. Everything else is quite easy. Especially being a little bit lankier than the rest of the climbers. At this point, I'm just like, I want to get this thing over with, and I'm kind of exhausted. So you can see the exhaustion because I just want to come down, but I don't want to drop down.
Whoa, you just come down?
This is a red tag climb. I would say it's probably not really a red tag, but you know they graded it as red tag. It's closer to V7, V8. This one's an orange climb. I think the only hard part is
Somewhere.
the finish probably.
Yeah, come on.
Because it's kind of like one of those compy style slabs where you have to commit.
Nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know. Still.
So you can't see it on the camera yet,
Step
but
up and go. Stay.
the finishing hold
Pace
is
yourself.
higher
Keep your
than
shoulder on the wall.
what's on the frame right now. So
Come on.
there we go. Now we see it. Yeah.
Oh,
So
close.
the beta to actually get this one
Almost.
is you
Yeah,
put
I know.
weight
Yeah, keep
on
going.
right dead center, so you have to distribute the weight evenly between your left and right foot. And as you step up, you want to keep your left arm straight and then treat it as a hook. And then when you go up, you need to throw your right hand as counterbalance.
Left hand.
So when I did it, it was, I believe, my flash for it.
You know when you do the pistol foot, if you use
But
your arm and
it's not really a flash because I messed up the pistol foot part.
Joel, spirit bomb. As you stand up, spirit bomb your right arm. No, you still use the chip though.
So this is me trying it for the first time. I wasn't actually
Maybe it'd be easier to go more to
like
the
I didn't know
right.
how it felt, so then I just kind of like rolled off. But this time, the second time I tried it, I'm trying to figure out a way to not hurt my back standing up because my left lower back is kind of like messed up. So what I ended up feeling was the left hold is quite decent, so I did the foot swap,
Smart.
and
Let's
then
go. First try.
after I did that, I was like, wait, what am I doing now? And it wasn't until Joel cued me to do the spirit bomb. Oh yeah, spirit bomb this shit.
Come on, just stand up straight first. Spirit bomb, dude. Both arms up. Yeah.
So again, you want your left arm straight, you want to counter throw your right arm and distribute the weight between both feet. So you'll see me, I sink a little bit right before I go up. And right there, I'm just making sure that my knee doesn't smash the white hold as I stand up.
Nice, nice. Dab though.
Yes, I did dab.
Oh, auto.
And here's Nelson. This is his actual flash for this orange one.
It's Nelson's signature holds. It's too easy.
It's a commentary on top of sound effects too. I hope it still doesn't get like blocked again. 'Cause if it gets blocked, I'm gonna be pissed. So right here, I think Nelson, yeah, does the foot swap.
Oh my god, beta downloaded. Come on. Oh,
Hard to
damn.
explain how the holds are, but if you actually went on, they're really slopey. They're not as good as you think it is. So, on
Doesn't work,
certain
right?
pieces, you really have to pinch super
Goddamn,
hard.
Nelson. Stop sandbagging.
So here's Joel trying the
Throw
orange
your
tag
right
as
arm
well.
up and then right.
Yeah, I think for him, for Joel, his waist is too far low, like it's too low. So uh, he actually needs to move his right foot further right, so it's a little bit higher, and
John,
he
you
can
know
get
what
his
happened?
hip higher a little bit.
I wasn't making enough noise when I was recording.
And this
My
is John.
last
He
YouTube
just got
video
here, so he's kind of like warming up.
got blocked by the background music. Nice. Whoops.
So
Too distracted.
even with warm ups,
Come on.
when you're on the slab wall,
Nice.
god damn, this thing is so freaking hard. And this is Joel doing a green tag. So his right foot,
Is that a
where his
flash?
right chip is actually a blind chip.
I know.
You can't actually see it.
Come on.
So that's why you can see like the
Nice.
hesitation.
Don't give it up. Come back low. Come back low. Oh, baby.
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah. So
Oh.
this climb is one of the more challenging climbs. It's Nelson. So both the purple and the pink one that Nelson's doing, they're both red tags. So they're 8 to 9, I think. Here is the blue climb, but
This is John's flash. I need to talk because I'm pretty sure this music is gonna get it blocked if I don't talk. Yeah, I got blocked.
so
Yeah.
the right hand is a sloper, the left hand is pretty
You
decent.
mean the double
But the thing
that one
is,
better?
the
Is it
foot
more
is
funnier to
very painful
Alright, sure.
because you're really on a very small
I'll
like
double
tip,
over.
and gotta do a
Nice,
foot
nice,
swap
nice.
for the
Yo, John,
blind.
Nelson says I need to dub over the videos now.
Oh my god, I'm getting distracted by
says
my
it's
own
funnier.
voice. So dumb.
Nice, nice flash, nice
Yeah,
flash.
so this is me attempting the same thing. But the thing is, like, for me, I'm a little bit taller, so some of these moves, they're very cramped. But once I got up here, it was relatively simple, and I didn't actually have to do a foot swap at the end. I just needed to do the blind right foot, and then from there I just like matched on the sloper and then just cranked over.
Okay.
So blind
Yeah.
again. Once I got it, I was like, I don't actually trust it because I can't see it. So you can see me just putting all my weight on my left foot. But in order to get to the right, I have to like slowly put weight on it to make sure that I can actually get over. And I still don't trust it. Got it.
Punchman death.
This is a great green tag.
Alright, Joel, come on.
For me, it was really hard. I don't know how these guys are like doing it. Well, I think I know how these guys are doing it a lot easier than I did, but I think it's just
I don't know why that made me so tired.
set in a way that if you're taller, it's hard to get your foot on the thing. Here's Nelson trying the thing, the so smart climb. I think he actually tries to do it my way, but
Oh,
he
you
still
wanna
does
do
it
it
his
my
own
way?
way. So instead of swapping over to the right foot and standing up, he like does swap to the right foot, but
Yeah,
he's facing
so you
the other
just
way.
gotta get a little bit, get your palm on it. Nice.
Yeah, very smooth though.
Nice.
He sent this
You need to
like
get your
almost
hand off, so-
instantaneously.
Spirit bomb. Hands up.
Spirit bomb. Very useful on slap crimes. Like sometimes you just have to give up your arms so that you can use them as counterbalance. And then again, you see how Nelson shifted his right foot over so his hip is higher, and now he can stand up and then just grab it.
So clean. Forgot to use your right arm, but whatever.
Gotta always shit talk, man. Yeah, Nelson actually gets almost everything. I think he fell on the last move, but I'm pretty sure he can send it. For me, I can't get the beginning of that purple climb, but I have gotten the ending twice before I left.
Come on, John.
If you were watching carefully, John like shifted his foot so that his left knee would be facing the other way. Pretty good climbing right there. Yeah, so this is the move that I'm stuck on. I'm not sure how these guys are making it look so clean.
Interesting. On camera, Henson's left foot hits the plate before he even grabs it.
It's easier said than done, by the way. So what I did for the finishing part of this beta is I do it statically. Instead of a flag, I actually have my left foot on the top of the big purple piece, and then I clamp down with my left foot, and I put a lot of weight on my right foot, and then I do a right cross, and I fall into the second last piece before the finish. So here's John trying to send the blue one. The blue one is a little bit different because you actually have to get a very high smear very close to your left hand rather than the right side. Yeah, so where John's foot was before he dropped his feet down was where you're supposed to actually smear your left foot. But he's already too tired here. And he tries to go for a heel instead this time. But the thing is, when you're on your heel and you're not on your toe, so your left toe, it's not smearing, you can't actually reach up to the finish. Yeah, so there's Nelson getting it. That's the one move that I can't do. If I could get this move that he just did, I would be able to send this purple one. I blame my back.
No, he's full of adrenaline right now because he got it.
So as you're going up, it's not too bad here. High foot, then reach. So you'll see Nelson put his left flag there. Yeah, so this is my left foot is where exactly Nelson's left foot is, but my right foot is a little bit lower. And then I just basically clamp on as I do a cross. But Nelson does instead he does the manlier beta. Yeah, so Nelson's feet are the way my feet are now. He throws left and he catches a really bad pinch. You'll see him do it again. Nelson's not as flexible as us, so he has to do 2 dinos, but he eventually gets it.
This is his flash attempt?
Yeah, this is actually his flash attempt. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Come on,
he tries to cross here. He does a different beta. Yeah. And then I believe this is the furthest one he gets. So on this, I think this is his last attempt before he leaves.
Dude, man, he has it down. I feel like shit now. Freaking Nelson. He's taking all my skills away.
Yeah, so he's pretty much got the beta down now. So he throws and catches a bad pinch.
that deco?
And unfortunately, the finish plate is
Oh
actually
my
very
God.
slippery if you don't grab it properly.
Oh no!
Yes, oh no is correct.
God! Yeah. Oh yeah, it is happening here. The legit one.
So again, watch John.
Yeah,
Yep,
come
smears
on.
in the right spot.
Nice.
Gets his left foot,
Yeah.
jams it in, and his left elbow is really close to
Damn.
his waist,
Yeah.
allowing him to
Nice.
just kind of like twist himself to get to the last hold. This is me trying this stupid purple like a lot. This is probably like my 20th throw or something. I just can't seem to hold it or stick that move. That's what happens when you got no skills. It's like, ta-da. Just fall off. Yep, back's starting to hurt there. And then, aside from Nelson being able to send this, John is the only other one that could send this one. It's kind of cool. This time I actually got all the tries where he keeps making progress and then finally sends it.
It's like you need the balls of red, but it's execution of orange.
Yeah. So you can see like the moment the beta has been kind of like established for John, he gets through the moves really quickly.
One.
Yep,
Nice.
perfect.
Higher.
Good send, good send.
One. Easy.
And then I think the last one is our last couple of
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
last couple of sends are gonna be, or attempts and sends are gonna be Joel on this fat
Yeah.
pinch one.
Get the left. Get the hook, Joel. Right hook. Right hook.
So
right
Joel's
hook.
been basically doing this one for the bulk of
Right
last
heel up,
session,
and
and
undercling.
this is the
Undercling.
end of our session, and
Yeah, baby.
he went back to try
Match
this
the
one.
undercling.
So again,
Yeah.
throw left,
Yeah.
right
Hit the
heel,
Yeah.
right undercling.
Nice.
Yeah, this time he saved a lot of energy because he did it really fast.
Ooh. It's
It's the run.
Joel. It's the run.
There we go.
Wow. Yo, Joel, go, say the line. Say the line. Subscribe and like the video. Click the bell.